Fallout New Vegas perfect playthrough. In this episode, we'll try and keep the pace high and do all the Boomers content in one go.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who thought they'd scavenge in Boomer territory. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well worth the investment.
You can tell me, or you can tell the underside on my boot.
Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell you, I'm a gambler and a scavenger. I've made some cash from gambling and some cash from reclaiming goods that are no longer being used. Now, do you want my help or not?
Alright, thanks for the warning. What's going on past those signs?
Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the Boomers? What rock have you been living under? They're a bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in Nellis. Wander into their territory and you're as good as mincemeat.
Is there a way to get past?
There is a way, and I'll tell you. For a little wager.
Wager? Let's hear it.
Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps, I'll tell you. If you make it back alive, I'll double your money.
And this barter check, if you pass it, actually makes it so you only give 200 for 400 caps, which is less. So of course we want to give 300 caps. You got yourself a bet.
Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move from building to building. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not. Remember, there's 600 caps in it if you make it.
And he gives you some artillery timing details, but I will show the real, most effective way to get by the Boomers' artillery barrage, and that is taking an implant GRX, because the slow time effect affects the artillery as well as all the other things it accomplishes, allowing you to just run straight down the path in the middle of the settlement directly to the gate without any incident.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
I didn't run through all that artillery to hear your stupid questions.
Are you even human? Some kind of mutant? Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces.
You really think I'm scared of a punk like you?
Watch your mouth, Savage. Raquel will be here any second.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
What's a Master-at-Arms?
I oversee the security of the Nellis homeland, from the coordination of its defense to the training and fitness of its population.
So the fact that we're having this conversation means you failed, right?
I wasn't the one firing the howitzers. If you want to see how good I am at killing savages, I can show you. Or you can accept Mother Pearl's invitation. It's your choice.
Who's Mother Pearl?
As I said, she is our eldest. Mother Pearl has lived at Nellis from the start, and has the wisdom of her age. She said that this day would come, and that any savage to reach our gate should be brought to her.
Alright, lead the way.
Follow close, and mind your behavior.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
You didn't exactly roll out a red carpet.
Those howitzers of ours aren't just for entertainment, child. Explosive ordnance is what keeps the savages at a distance. Except you. There's something special about you, child, and it was the howitzers that gave you a chance to show it.
Well, how might I be of assistance?
Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about. Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. We'll have to see.
How can we trust each other if you're going to be keeping secrets?
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis.
Where do I start?
You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
Once a Republican, always a Republican.
Evening.
And first, let's talk to Raquel.
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around Nellis, and artillery spotters have orders not to fire on you. These are extraordinary privileges. Don't abuse them.
Mother Pearl said you have a bug problem.
Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room and set up a nest. I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to kill those ants and switch the power back on, feel free.
I can handle a few ants.
Sure, anyone can. But there's more than a few down there. See for yourself. One other thing. The ants must be eating gunpowder from the munitions down there, or something. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Same thing. Bullets seem okay, just don't hit the artillery shells. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them. Maybe you should check with him.
Sounds good.
What's the situation with the giant ants?
Still in progress.
It's not in progress if you're out here talking to me. Get it taken care of.
Alright, I just wanted to see what you had to say. Also, you gotta steal from this filing cabinet the inventory transfer order for the pulse gun. And the key that unlocks it. We have 100 lockpick,
Problem for you. Just saying.
but the key will save us precious seconds. And it's late in the day, so we're gonna go to the schoolhouse first. But want to make sure everyone's in there. As you can talk to the mini boomers, get a little extra boomer fame, get a little dialogue that you don't see too often. As you can see off screen, we made some party time mentats to up our charisma for this very, very check.
You're funny looking.
The first thing we're going to want to do is break into this desk to get the dino toys we need. For whatever reason, the kids don't accept the Dinky the Dinosaur toy. Then we'll use the party time mentats and talk to
Put
them.
up your dukes. I'm the red brick kid.
If you're an awful person, you can offer chems. But we're a good person, so we're going to offer the toy dinosaur. Offering the toy gets you more boomer fame than just passing the charisma check. Whoa there, Red Brick. Why don't you box with this dinosaur toy?
Great. I've been wanting a new toy. Yeah? What do you want?
This is Mission Control, ready for liftoff. What's your 5x5?
Mission Control, you can't fly without a rocket. Here, take this toy rocket.
This is Spiffy. Thanks.
There you go.
I am La Phantoma. I will fly to the side of injustice.
I believe La Phantoma could use a rocket toy to enhance her flight.
La Phantoma? needs no rocket. But this one is pretty awesome.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
And, let's see, that's everyone in here now. Let's see who's outside. All the kids should be in school. Let's see if waiting an hour updates. Yep, here we go.
Roar! I'm a dinosaur.
Oh, then I bet you love this dinosaur toy.
I sure would. Thanks a billion.
Hello again. Did you need something?
Hey, do you have any toys outside of here? I sure could use something fun.
I found this rocket toy you can have.
A rocket. Yay! Vroom.
Anything else?
Halt. You must pay the toll to pass.
Will this rocket cover my toll?
You may pass.
Hey,
Hey there, mister. Can you help me find Mr. Cuddles?
Who's Mr. Cuddles?
Mr. Cuddles is my teddy. I lost him, and I don't remember where.
I'll look for him.
Thanks. Let me know when you find him.
And there you go. I think that's all the mini boomers.
I'm not supposed to talk to
yeah, what do
strangers.
you want? I doubt I can help you.
And we'll find
I'm
that
just a kid, you know?
Mr.
Hi there,
Cuddles.
mister.
Yeah.
You need
I'm
something?
not supposed
So there
to
you
talk
go,
to
little mini
strangers.
boomer dialogue. Some of them only want the dino toys. Some of them only want the rocket toy. So you gotta know which ones to get. And as I said before, they don't want Dinky. They just want dino toy.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider, but I have patients to tend to.
Can you spare any medical supplies?
Sorry, friend. We really don't have a need for wasteland currency around here. We produce most of what we need.
And I'm looking for ways to make myself useful.
I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training?
I have extensive medical knowledge. Let's see what I can do.
If what you say is true, you can do us a world of good.
And you can pause the video and I guess read the descriptions on your own time.
I thought that man was
But
excellent treatment.
we'll just give him some quick treatment.
That was some fine doctoring. I could learn a thing or two from you. Yes, outsider?
And I finished treating your patients.
Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing or two from you savages, when it comes to medicine at least.
And there you go. As you can see, we're winning everyone over. All the kids like us. And then we can sneak into Loyal's house. Grab this Dean's Electronics. Bump up that repair. The Nellis workshop contains the howitzer firing mechanism, which you can steal, but we're going to get it the forthright and honest way. And there's the last base game snow globe as well, making tons of progress.
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopping by. You must be eager to hear the story of our people.
Who are you?
Me? I'm Pete, keeper of the story. I know I seem kind of young. I was the apprentice keeper of the story until a couple months ago, but old Keeper Don, well, whiskey and landmines don't go together. So it's up to me. I bet you want to know everything about us.
First, I'm looking to make myself useful. Who needs help around here?
Over at the workshop, Loyal and Jack are always building something. The Loyal may not be too happy to see your kind running around Nellis.
And I'd like to know all about your people.
Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means?
Sure, I can spare the time.
Excellent. Imagine you're the first outsider to ever hear our tale. Ages ago, long before I was born, We lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. It was neat, but there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nellis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways. Nellis has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know. Now that you know the story of our people, you must have all sorts of questions.
I have some questions about your people's history.
Ask away.
Why did your ancestors leave the safety of a vault?
So you know about the vaults? Yes, we lived in one of those. Ours was numbered 34. In our vault, everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let you fire off any of the really fun ones. I guess all the little pops and bangs at the firing ranges just got boring after a while.
Yeah, any detonation with a yield of less than a half ton of TNT is boring.
Exactly. We haven't detonated any atomic warhead since before I was born. But besides that, it's a heck with nitpicky restrictions. Anything else you want to know? Now that you know the story of our...
It was a little blurry from the mentats wearing off. I'm surprised Nellis was empty when your people found it.
Several automatic warheads detonate here 100 years ago, leaving the base highly radioactive. The savages of the waste, ignoramuses, all avoided Nellis by habit.
Whereas your people had brought Geiger counters with them from the vault.
That's exactly right. You're very knowledgeable for a Sav, an outsider. Anything else you want to know?
How do you survive, totally cut off from the world?
Nellis is a completely self-sufficient community. We draw water from Lake Mead, solar arrays provide power, and we grow our own crops.
You must cultivate soy or legumes for protein, in addition to grains.
Indeed we do. Very impressive. Anything else you want to know?
I figured they'd want to trade, get a little meat. What are howitzers doing at an Air Force base?
You're right. They weren't here when we discovered Nellis. We found the guns at a huge weapon depot called Area 2, many miles from here. It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nellis, and it was the last time any of us set foot beyond our homeland.
The howitzer battery is a monument to the grit and resolve of your people.
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to pass that on. Anything else you want to know?
How has Nellis taught your people to fly?
Once we restore power, we learned that some elaborate chairs we've been sleeping in were actually virtual reality simulators. We believe they were used to train combat pilots. We used them extensively. I alone have shot down over 500 Chinese Zion 85 fighters. Before you ask, I'm afraid there's no way you can be allowed to use the simulators. They're for our use only. Sorry.
Oh, to slip the surly bonds of earth and dance amid the soaring birds.
That's beautiful. Yes, it's exactly like that. So free, so... words can't do it justice. Anything else you want to know?
How'd you learn where to find an old bomber?
Loyal found a file somewhere on the base, with magazine articles, photographs, a map even. It seems that a bomber, apparently the 29th of its kind, crashed in Lake Mead on July 21st, 1948. Just imagine, that's over 300 years ago. The photograph shows that it was basically intact, and the map tells us exactly where to find it. Except we haven't left Nellis in decades.
You could attach ballast to the plane and then haul it here for repairs.
Yes. In fact, that's exactly what Loyal has planned to do. You should go talk to him. I wish everyone were just as interested in our story as you are. Maybe I should act out the battles, or learn how to throw my voice.
See you later, Pete.
Bye.
And we're already idolized. But before we return to Pearl, we're gonna do all the other quests. Just because that's the way I like to operate. And we're gonna save a little paranoid, because this is my second recording.
Robot. So you're the outsider. Lived your whole life out there, huh? Wow. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. But I hear you sound like us.
What do you do here?
Me? I work with Loyal. Mostly electronics work and robotics. Keeping the old technologies alive, right?
What can you tell me about Loyal?
Loyal's a great man, but he's getting on in years. So a younger's got to learn everything he knows. That'd be me. The man knows how to fix and build just about everything that was ever made. It's not easy keeping up with him.
I'm looking for ways to help out. Anything come to mind?
What I could use is some scrap metal. It may not sound exciting, but around here we have to recycle every rivet and plate. The other thing, you being from the outside and all, well, I guess you'd call it a personal matter, but, well, forget it.
Where I come from, we discuss personal matters all the time.
That must be nice, sharing yourself like that. Not being embarrassed or anything. Well, the thing is, there's this girl.
Tell me about her.
Oh, you can't miss her. She has short red hair and she's the most beautiful woman who ever lived. You'd really talk to her for me? What if she feels the same way? What if she comes here like you did? What if she gets blown up? What if she doesn't like me? Oh, geez. I better just let you handle it. I'm better with machines. They don't make my stomach queasy like this.
I'll look into it. Stranger things have happened.
That would be amazing. As in, I would thank you forever.
Once a Republican, always. I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please.
And Raquel said you were working on some kind of weapon to fight the giant ants?
I started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick, but it's useless without knowing the exact frequency that would kill the ants.
Actually, any single signal over 22k hertz and 150 or more decibels should do the trick.
Hot damn, you're right! It's a matter of boosting across those thresholds, not exact amplitude. You're smarter than you look. Just so happens I was testing it at 24,000 hertz, so it should be good to go. Place it near their nest and cross your fingers. Signal's too high for people to hear, so no harm done. But it might make you feel sick to your stomach. What is it, outsider?
And I'm looking for ways to make myself useful.
If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle of Nellis, between the two runways.
And, you don't need anything blown up?
If we need something obliterated, Raquel and the howitzer crews are more than qualified. No, we have more specialized issues we need help with right now.
Bummer. Where should I look for spare parts?
Ha! If we had spare parts, do you think I'd be asking you to fix the damn things? That's rich. No, we ran out of spares a while back, and Jack and I have been doing our best to patch the arrays up as best we can. Sadly, we're at our wits' end. There have to be spare parts somewhere around the wasteland, but I just don't know where to direct you. You may have noticed we don't get out much.
Well, actually, I passed through a place called Helios 1. Maybe I could find parts there.
Are you talking about that damn bright light we've seen blast off to the south occasionally? I was wondering what the hell that was. If they've got the parts, bring them on back. We need to get the array back up and charging.
And also, can I get a code to use the VR pods in the mess hall?
No, those aren't for outsiders to use. Leave them alone.
I'm genuinely interested in your people's history. What are the pods for?
Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know our history yet, you should see Pete and get the tour. We dream to one day rule the skies.
Alright, see you later, Loyal.
See ya.
And the last thing we gotta do in here is grab Mr. Cuddles. And I'm gonna save again. Paranoid. Successful though. That was where the crash happened. Over here is the mess hall. There's not too much in the mess hall, but it's become a decently popular place for people to sort of test out their builds, you know, take on as a challenge. As you got dozens of boomers in there, and they're all, you know, armed with high explosives, so it's pretty dangerous. And even though we mentioned, Loyal, that there are some spare parts at Helios 1, we are not going to be going there because our repair skill is high enough to overcome the problem on our own. See, we just use our knowledge of photovalic cells. Don't you remember when we leveled our repair up and we're like, oh, now we have so much knowledge of photovalic cells? Is that it? Oh, there's the last one. And let's see, we will do Ant misbehaving. And Markel said 2 died and 3 were wounded. We healed the 3 who were wounded. So let's see if we can find the 2 who died here. Yeah, so difficult. Here's number 1 in their boomer flight suit and cap. And EDE, I'm gonna actually have you wait here because you are causing them to blow up. And here's number 2. Number 2 dead boomer. And here are the artillery shells. Don't shoot them, they explode and kill you. Oh, you see we got the rapid reload glitch. Where is that ant mound again? It's right over here. And so you can avoid most of the trouble in here by activating the sound grenade. And there it is. All the ants are dead. And you just pull in some switches. Let's see, the interesting thing in here is, first off, there you go, we got mini nuke. Got 40mm grenades, missiles, another mini nuke. 308 rounds. All sorts of grenade ammunition. Oh, 12 gauge, I'll take that. Machine gun ammo. They should not have let me in here. More 40mm grenades, more machine gun ammo. So yeah, you got some good loot here. And the other thing that they have here is the unique grenade launcher, which is here in the corner. Thump Thump. And tons of grenades to use it, but we're not going to be using Thump Thump. Because we ain't an explosive build. And there we are. Everyone should be happy now. We remembered EDE. And before we quite fast travel back to Raquel, we're going to head to the Crimson Caravan Company. And resolve Jack's little issue.
We can't sit idly. You should go talk to Blake or Alice. They handle most of our contact with visitors.
I don't suppose you watch the boomers over in Nellis sometimes, do you?
I watch all sorts of things with my binoculars. Who wants to know? And why?
I've been inside Nellis. There's a young man there who has a crush on you.
Nice-looking blonde boy? I always wondered if he was watching me back. What's he like?
He's nice, maybe a little naive. Seems convinced you're the love of his life.
Really? That's so sweet. I'd love to go meet him. Is there any way the boomers would let me visit Nellis?
I'll ask Pearl to make an exception for you.
This is so exciting. Let me know how it turns out. While the Legion prepares...
I mean, of course you could lie to her and watch her get blown up, but why would you ever do that? And before we head right back in, we have a wager to settle.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. You're the first one to make it through alive, let alone manage a return trip.
I believe you said you would double my money.
Yep. Here are your caps.
And why don't you make it 700, or I'll tell the boomers to adjust their trajectory.
You drive a hard bargain. Here you go. Have a nice day.
And there you go. You get a little extra caps. And now he's only got 27 on him. Oh, whoops. I went the wrong way. Well, you know what? That's fine. We can check out this area. There's Boomer Guard. What a legend. Guy who just, like, takes your abuse. Brutally takes your abuse. He's like, I'll go get Raquel.
I see the power's back on. The ants are all dead?
Yep, safe to go down there.
Maybe Pearl is right about you, because I don't know how you pulled that off. I'll tell Loyal
It was
to
very
send
easy.
someone down to clear out the eggs and repair the generators. Good work.
Is that the kid we want? Is that Lindsay? I don't think it is.
Hi.
No. Yeah, we'll need to find her and return her stuffed bear. Hopefully that doesn't prove too challenging. My PC has crashed. I have no idea how long this episode is taking now. But I think I'll handle it perfectly.
Hi.
Nope, these are all mini boomers. That's okay, I'm sure we'll run into her.
You have done well to earn the trust of my people, child.
And Jack is interested in a girl.
Well, well, this is welcome news. Who is she?
She works. It's just some kooky dame looking for love. What the? She works for the Crimson Caravan.
She's with those traders? They've tried to contact us before, but I'm not interested in trading with greedy savages. This presents a bit of a problem. Jack isn't allowed to leave Nellis, and I doubt she would make it through the artillery alive.
It would mean a lot to Jack if she could come to Nellis.
I suppose Jack deserves a chance at love. You can tell Jack she has a free pass to enter, but he is responsible for her actions. Do not make me regret this decision, outsider.
And I'm also looking for a howitzer firing mechanism.
You may find one in the workshop. You're a friend to the tribe, so I trust it will not find its way into the wrong hands.
And we'll come back to talk to you. As I want to turn in all the little quests first. And here's exactly where you get the howitzer firing mechanism. I'm not stealing anymore. Finish off these quests. Hopefully, at least.
Have you seen her? The redhead of my dreams?
You and me both, buddy. Good news, she feels the same way.
She does? You mean it? That's incredible. What happens next? Can she come here? How do we make sure she doesn't get blown up? Should I talk to the gunners or to Pearl?
I spoke to Pearl, but Janet needs a way past the artillery.
Here, take this boomer outfit. I'll let the gunners know she's coming, and not to shoot at her.
There's boomer outfit for Janet. And Sunshine Boogie. And what's so loyal? We repaired the
Hello,
things.
outsider. Need something?
I repaired the solar arrays and increased their efficiency.
An impressive piece of work. I'll keep that in mind if jobs come up in the future. Don't.
Alright, see ya. Yeah, we're getting like super idolized by the boomers.
Evening.
Hello again. How's your boomer friend?
And I wanted to talk to you about him again.
I was hoping you would. What's going on? Have they agreed to my safety yet?
I got a boomer uniform for you to wear while you cross to Nellis.
There's one more thing. I have a work contract with the Crimson Caravan, and if I walk away, I lose the wages they owe me. Could you do just one more thing for me and talk to Alice McLafferty about it? I know if I do it, she'll just say no. I'd hate to lose the money.
Sure. And let's see what McLafferty has to say. Good thing Cass isn't with us.
Welcome back.
Are work contracts common for the Crimson Caravan Company?
Most merchant companies, successful merchant companies rather, have them. It can be inconvenient to replace employees on short notice. The contracts keep employees around for a specific duration of time, after which they get paid. After their upkeep and expenses are deducted, of course.
What kind of upkeep expenses?
Food, water, living quarters, medicine, and clothes. Just the basic stuff. It all comes out of the company's coffers.
Are work contracts legal?
Yes, and they have been for decades now. The hired hands know what they're signing up for. We don't hide anything with fancy talk.
Seems like the companies are getting the better deal.
That's because we are. We always pay up when the contract ends, though. Won't stay in business long if you've got a reputation as a cheat.
And, Janet's asked me to talk to you about releasing her from her contract.
Ah, yes. Her infatuation with a boomer she's never met. It's a small camp. Word gets around. She's aware she's breaking her contract, which is undoubtedly why she sent you to talk to me instead of coming herself. Janet is free to leave, but she forfeits the wages she's owed. That's the price of contract breaking. Take it or leave it.
And, the barter check actually makes a little more sense if you can achieve it, because you say, hey, be a good in with the boomers who you want to trade with. But I guess we can speech check her and say, are you really going to ruin what's supposed to be a time of happiness for her?
Being sentimental is not how I made the Crimson Caravan so successful. But I'll allow it, just this once. Janet will be paid what she's owed. Consider it a gift.
I've heard the Legion's planning to unleash their best.
And see, that's the problem with barter, is that you can always just do speech instead.
Have you spoken with McLafferty yet?
I convinced her to pay you what you're owed. You're free to leave.
That's great. I can't believe you went through all this trouble for me. Thank you.
And there you go, little Boomer's fan. And we can see, like, the most awkward thing ever in the hangar.
Sorry, no time
Hi. I...
to talk, outsider.
Is she, like, not here or something? She's coming. There we go.
Hello. It's great to finally meet you.
Hi there. It's great to meet you as well.
I'm glad you made it out here. You're even more stunning up close than you were at a distance.
And you're even more handsome up close. Do you think it'll be okay if I hang around here for a little while, so we can get to know each other better?
Of course it would. I'll have you set up with some quarters with some of the other women. Evening.
And there it is, young love.
Thank you for getting Janet to Nellis. I've never been so happy in my entire life.
No problem. And can you think of any ways I can help out? Like scrap metal, perhaps?
Like I said, I can never get enough scrap metal.
Alright, see you later. And yeah, now everyone's happy. Or almost everyone's happy. In the non-creepiest way possible, we're gonna wait outside the school. And you know what? We actually are doing great on time. And this will be it. This is the last bit of Boomer assistance. And we'll have done all the little things.
Hi.
And where's Lindsay?
Hi again. Have you found Mr. Cuddles?
I have Mr. Cuddles right here.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll never lose you again, Mr. Cuddles.
There it is. There's all the Boomer stuff done in one episode. Apart from, of course, the conversation we're about to have with Pearl.
You have done well to earn the trust of my people, child.
Well, I think I've done everything I can to help out.
I believe the time has come for you to show your value in full. The people have come to accept having you around. Find Loyal and ask him about our people's fondest dream. He will tell you what to do next.
There you go. And I think some people, as I've been reading online, really don't like the Boomers. Don't like doing their quests. I don't know. I think they're pretty interesting little quests about a pretty interesting little faction in New Vegas. I don't know. I like them. Wasn't that bad. I had a good time.
Hey.
Pearl sent word saying it's all right to tell you about the lady in the water.
That sounds really creepy, Loyal.
Ain't nothing creepy about it. It's a term of respect. A long time ago, long before the war that killed just about everything that ever lived, a bomber crashed not far from here. A bomber was a flying contraption that could drop explosives down on anything it flew over. But anyway, moving on. This bomber crashed down in Lake Mead, pretty damn near intact. When we got to Nellis, see, I found this article in a magazine all about it. There was another B-29 around here, part of a museum. Couldn't fly, but had a lot of spare parts, see? Get where I'm going? Since I was a young man, I've dreamed of raising that lady from the lake and bringing her back to life. What do you say?
Where's the bomber located?
It's at the bottom of Lake Mead. I'll mark its location on your Pip-Boy map.
How do you expect to raise a bomber from the bottom of the lake? I asked, pointing out the ballast thing earlier this episode.
Simple. Attach deployable ballast to the plane and float it on up. Here is a remote detonator. Once the ballast is attached to the plane, just hit the detonator from the shore and let buoyancy handle the rest.
If it's so simple, why haven't you done it?
Maybe you don't understand. Hasn't been one of us, not a one, to set a foot outside Nellis in over 50 years. You come along with your knowledge of the outside, and it seems the time's come to raise the lady after all.
Alright, and I'm game. Actually, I think there's a intelligence check that I'm gonna need to pass. So.
Pearl sent word. Good. Here's the deployable ballast. Go find the plane, attach the ballast, and hit the button.
Any ideas how to get to the bottom of Lake Mead without drowning?
Might try holding your breath. If that doesn't sound good enough, talk to Jack. He was working on a rebreather once.
I
thought there was an intelligence check. Loyal said you can help me breathe underwater.
I just need some parts from a pressure cooker to create a hermetic seal for the rebreather.
Well, actually, corn silk, rubber hose, and removable adhesive would make a good hermetic seal.
That's a brilliant idea. I can put that together right now. Here you go. A new rebreather.
Alright, see ya. Let's see if Loyal has anything to say about that intelligence check.
It's going to be a...
And, where's the bomber located?
I wish you'd paid it. Some of my robots will carry a remote activation station out to the shore. Attach the ballast, hit a button, and they'll handle the rest.
Alright, I guess there's no intelligence check. Oh, you know what? I think that's on the way back, actually. I didn't pass the IRL intelligence check. what we're going to do is actually also take this opportunity to explore this area of the map. And we might have to make this a little bit of a longer episode, as there's some tough creatures here on this part of the map, but I think we'll actually be fine. We got the dream team with us. So EDE's wandered off a bit. Nope, he's there. As you can see, there's a lot of death claws.
Eat this.
Wow, that guy took that whole shot, huh? Peek out from that ridge. Come on, we're on a tight schedule here. The other way to get into Nellis is to go through this 100 lockpick Deathclaw area. But when Implant GRX is available, it just makes no sense. Oh, good work, guys. I mean, it was a young Deathclaw, but still. Also, interestingly enough, these Deathclaws don't count for the Deathclaw Pro Hunter challenge. Don't ask me why. But you gotta do Deadwind Cavern Deathclaws or Quarry Junction Deathclaws. But yeah, you know what? Screw it. I think this will just be a long episode. I think there's no other way around it. These Deathclaws in this game really have an affinity for quarries. Where are they? Are they not here? They're definitely going to spawn in and just scare the crap out of me, huh? Well, there's supposed to be Deathclaws here. I do not know what happened to them. But this place, besides the challenge of Deathclaws, has nothing really. Demand. Kind of gross. And this place with no real major rewards. I bet the Deathclaws will be outside now. Wow, they weren't, huh? That's unnerving. Well, that's okay then. It'll, if anything, speed up the episode. And we already stuck to the path last time. So now we're going to go a little bit towards the shore and pick up the locations there. Did we go through the cap counterfeiting shack? Yes, we did. Yes, apart from the Deathclaws over there, who didn't show up, this area is also very known for its Cazadors. We knock them down, we hit the wings. They ain't too bad. Camp Golf, of course. And then over here, the dangers continue. with the lake lurks, who once again I respect. I think that armor looks pretty sweet on Boone. And you see Hoover Dam from this direction, looks pretty nice. And here it is, the Fisherman's Pride Shack, which actually has important loot depending on your build, which I'll have to go find first. But here it is, the Sports Illustrated, but Pugilism Illustrated. And of course, the Star Bottle Cap. And now we continue to make our way over. Still plenty of Cazadors around. I'm surprised not more lake lurks. I'm surprised that we haven't encountered more resistance throughout this entire little journey over here. I was anticipating lots of challenge, lots of combat. But even with EDE's enhanced sensors, I'm not seeing too much on the map. Yep, pretty easily dealt with that Cazador. And tough angle to get the shot in from here. Maybe we'll just approach up close. As you can see, over here is a real nest. But the explosive rounds do pretty... Holy crap, that guy's quick. Do a pretty good job thinning them out. As you can see, a little boat rental has been slightly taken over. Probably should have been looting all these Cazadors, but it's not a big deal. Though you do need their poison glands to make turbo. Worms, ice cream. Classic fishing place. And, in here, I think there's not one, but 2 Star Bottle Caps. We'll have to see if I'm right about that. Yep, there's the second one. And that's pretty much all this place has to offer, apart from the random loot we'll find in this safe. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Oh, we're always grabbing wrenches. Did we get the location? Yeah, Colville Bay. And we'll leave the 2 of you behind. Well, I go underwater and put on my new rebreather, which unfortunately, while looking cool, takes off the lucky shades. So it is a no-go for my build. Though, if you hate the Legion so much that you refuse to have the lucky shades, then the rebreather is quite the option. Though even then, I'd still do the trivalence oscillator. And there we go. We've attached the ballast, but there's still more to explore. Yep, that's right. There's Lake Mead Cave. So let's check it out. This is the perfect playthrough. And there's a little pocket of air. And Sunset Sarsaparilla, if you're a Sunset Sarsaparilla guy. But yeah, there's really not too much necessary loot in here. But there is loot. Like, for example, ammo that you find at the bottom of a lake. I'm sure that still works. And we got the rebreather, of course. So it's no problem for us to do all the exploring. Ow. I guess we got hit by a rock there. This is like my biggest fear in real life. Be going in some sort of underwater cave that I feel like you get trapped in. But I mean, in the video game, it's fine. So. It's not like keeps me up at night fear. It's just like some people choose to do this with their free time. And I don't understand those people at all. And I would never ever choose to do this in my free time. Or really explore any above water caves either. Because you never know. Like those videos of the people squeezing into those tight spaces. I mean, it's just because I'm overweight. I get scared by that video. Okay, let's go to the surface. Just so I can remember where I am. And let's see how much time we got. We're at 1:02. 1:02. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll get this up and then we'll explore this area next episode. And Camp Guardian. And we can there you go. That was a nice little cutscene. And that'll work in, because we're going to be turning this into the NCR next episode. So next episode will be this area and possibly King's Gambit as well. So, yeah, you know what? That is a good episode. We did all of Volare, got it done in an hour. What a great episode. Showed off all the mini boomer dialogue that I'm sure nobody ever does. Perfect playthrough, fantastic episode.
It's going to be a dream come true once you've raised that bomber from Lake Mead.
Your plan worked. The plane floated up, seemed to be intact.
That's tremendous. I'll transmit instructions to the robots to start packing up the plane to bring it back to Nellis.
How exactly do you plan to get the plane back here?
I just told you, the robots are going to handle it. They'll break the plane down into pieces and move it up from Colville Bay in one shot.
There's the intelligence tech. Are you planning to use diversionary tactics to draw their attention?
Exactly. We'll be shelling an unoccupied location in outer Vegas to get their attention elsewhere. By the time they realize they aren't under attack, the plane and the bots will be long gone. The kids wish we were shelling a real target, but Pearl thinks it's wise not to start up a war just as the lady has risen.
All right, well, I'm glad to have helped.
Hey, I better get rolling. Jack and I have a lot of work ahead of us.
And there it is. There's the boomers. Nice little quest. incredible cinematic in the final battle that I enjoy. And I like being told just to complete whatever you want to complete. I like that type of freedom in these video games. And, why are you telling me to come through this entrance, quest marker? I guess I'll listen. Oh, because Pearl's over here.
Hello, friend. How can Mother Pearl be of help today?
I've spoken to Loyal. The B-29 is on the way.
What you have done for us is a miracle, child. You have fulfilled the only dreams we ever had outside our walls. You are a trusted friend of us all. If there is ever a way for us to help you, child, tell me, and I will make it so.
There may be a battle in the near future at Hoover Dam. Can you offer any assistance?
Of course, my child. After all that you have done for us, we would love to help you in the upcoming battle. After all the training in virtual reality, the young ones would relish an opportunity to put their skills to battle. We'll be there when you need us.
All right, goodbye, Pearl.
Bye.
And there we go. That's the Boomers. What a great episode. This one was a high quality one. Last episode wasn't the greatest, if I'm being honest. The Twitch audio fucked up a bit. It wasn't my fault, but in the end, it's all my fault as the leader of this playthrough. But yeah, great episode. And you know what? Next episode's probably going to be a great episode too. We're getting lots of great... Honestly, every episode's pretty great because it showcases this great video games content. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you all next time.